beautiful.
This is like the best thing that we've ever seen all morning.
Made it.
Oh my god. I feel like everybody looks like a washed out cat at the airport, so let's just join that club. But here we go. Here's your story time. We were supposed to wake up at 2. We woke up at 3:15, so we're like an hour behind. And we still made it to the airport. It took us about maybe 45 minutes to actually get here. And we made it on time to get to the gate. Now that's impressive. But the panic attack that you feel when you're driving to Toronto, I don't recommend that in the middle of the night, let's just say that. And so right now we're just in recovery with some coffee, some smoothies, some Wi-Fi, some shows. Maybe we'll read something before we get on the plane, and then the fun really begins.
This is gonna be so much fun.
For sure.
Welcome to this week's episode of Car Talk.
So we're in the 2019 5-liter convertible GT.
I'm so tired right now, and he's having so much fun.
Because this thing is like
Well, you
460 or 5 horsepower, something like that. But it's the full digital dash, sport mode, everything. Oh, I'm glad we paid the difference. This thing's awesome.
That's all we needed to do, is just go on a trip, get exhausted, travel to BC, and just try out a crazy awesome Mustang. Corvette? I don't know. The dilemma continues. Let's get his take on it, shall we? Oh my god. Okay. You have no take. You're taking it all in. You're ridiculous. I was not going to talk about cars or even give him any time of the. Oh God! Look at him. Okay, wait, watch. He's like a little kid. How can you not? Look at him.
We're going in sport mode. We're going in sport plus mode. Oh, track mode.
So I thought I would give you guys a little recap of what has been going on at Wanderlust. So day 2 is always the most exhausting, because you come here day 1, you're jet lagged, then you go to a few events, and even if you're only taking like the meditation classes, any type of energy work, you're expending so much energy, you're stirring up so much internal stuff that you will need to absolutely replenish electrolytes, eat. Definitely no alcohol. Definitely no alcohol. And honestly, one of the biggest things that like usually by day 2, I just feel really run down. So we got some rest. Now we're just taking a quick drive so that we can play with this car. And then in the evening we'll do some more like guided meditations, and I think we're going to try a yoga nidra meditation class, and we will also try, what is the other one that we're signed up for? Is it just yoga nidra? I forgot my Gorilla Pod, which makes it like almost impossible to hold this camera, so that's lesson learned right there. Okay, we'll check in with you guys a little bit later. So as most of you know, thank you. As most of you guys know, I've been coming to Wanderlust for quite a few years, but I never actually had my face painted, which for some of you, it might be like, why would you want your face painted, Mesh? Gee, I don't know. I always just felt like as soon as you get your face painted and you get like all the tribal things going on, somehow it would solidify the fact that we have been here at Wanderlust, and it would give me a level of fulfillment like not many other things have in the past. Now, take Tony for example. He couldn't care less about face painting, but as soon as we had a chance to rent a car, come to BC and rent a car, I suggested, why don't we just upgrade to a muscle car, whatever that might be. And in our case, it happened to be, just bring it home, honey. What are you driving right now?
2019 5-liter convertible.
Now, me personally, it makes not much of a difference whether I drive a convertible ever or not, but for him, it's the thrill of the ride, and you know what? Why don't I just let him explain it exactly what it does for him? But before we do, I just wanted you to take one thing away from all of this conversation, and it's that just don't apologize for the things that light you up, but seek them as often as possible, because that's what's going to put you in that vibrational mode where you're just truly shining. So let's just talk a little bit about the car for all of you car lovers out there. In case you haven't had a chance to drive a Mustang convertible before, then let's just talk some specs. So what is the one thing that you love the most about this ride?
Just the whole package. It has a nice suspension. It handles well, but also soaks up the bumps. So it's not like for a sports car overly aggressive, where it's like a bone-jarring ride. It's a very nice, smooth ride, as well as in sport mode, the transmission, the 10-speed auto. It shifts really hard when you're on it, so it can get really aggressive. But when you drive it soft in comfort mode, it is just like, it's a nice, very smooth, quiet car when you're not on the gas.
So would you say that getting this upgrade was absolutely worth it?
Oh, definitely. It's pushed me over the edge, and I was thinking about getting the Corvette C8, and it's really pushed me over the edge, and I really know that I have to go buy that car.
Now the dilemma will still continue, and we'll chat about that in another episode, but for now I just wanted you to know one thing. Whether it's a Corvette, or it's a Mustang convertible, or it's getting your face painted at your favorite festival on an annual basis, just go for it, because you're going to be so much happier for it, you know? And in the meanwhile, just enjoy the ride. And there it is.
So the question was raised.
What are... Okay.
Am I buying the car?
What are the next steps in this car journey? Well, you've seen a Lamborghini in the last little bit.
Yep.
You also been lusting over the
Ford GT350,
right? And then so the Mustang.
Yeah.
And then you were like, okay, leave the dog. He has nothing to say about this. He just stop hijacking segments, dude. And then you also, like, now that the Corvette came out, it's like next level, and then you're acting like
people are ditching their orders for the GT500.
What's a GT500? Oh,
the Ford. It's like the 350, except the next model up that's coming out. And it's like,
because it's cheaper, isn't it?
No, it's actually more expensive, and that's a shocker, because Ford has priced the car at a premium with dealer markups and everything. They think the GT500 is going to be like probably around 90,000 US, and the Corvette's starting at 60,000 US.
That's what I mean. The Corvette is cheaper.
Yeah, and it just the Corvette has the curb appeal, the wow factor.
Then why?
It looks like a radical supercar.
But I just feel like I just feel like between like the Mustang and the Corvette, isn't that sort of like Apple versus Samsung, or Apple versus
it is
like Google or Android? Like, isn't that the same type of conversation? Are we at that level, or are they? Because then there's also like, you have like other supercars too, don't you?
Yeah, but here's the biggest differences for me. Okay, for other people, they're both performance cars. You know, they're both performance cars. You know, they both accelerate fast. They're meant to be, you know, like racetrack driven.
I'm gonna stop you right there, because your shirt completely blends right into that couch. So basically, let's just make it a ritual that at the next new moon, we're going to burn that, okay? It's coming up like in about a day or so. How do you guys feel about it? Give me a thumbs up if you think that that's a great idea.
Burn.
Watch how many women are going to be giving you a thumbs up on this video about this ugly, busted shirt. And it's just like burn it. Oh my gosh, just buy the gasoline mesh and just burn it. Burn it to the ground. Anyways, continue with it. Now I can somewhat take you seriously.
So the biggest differences in those two cars for me is the Corvette has always been the car since you've always wanted to be a little boy. Since you're a little boy, you wanted to have a red Corvette. And you know, Mustangs are great. Had a soft spot in my heart for those. But
is it because of the sound or why?
Well, I think really the Ford sounds better in my opinion than the Corvette. But the Corvette just is higher performing. It's just looks like a supercar. It looks like a Ferrari. It looks like a Lambo.
Oh, if you
could,
like okay. Well,
NSX.
actually, I wanted to add this segment in for you just so that it can satisfy that part of you that wanted to stick it to those that are saying all kinds of trash about the new Corvette, how it's not good enough.
Oh my goodness, they have no idea.
Okay, well, what was it that your friend was commenting? This is your, he will never watch this. He will never watch any of my videos. Don't worry.
He was saying that the C7 is like, you know, much better car or engineered more than the C8, and I'm just like, dude, you're an engineer.
He's an engineer.
Like, dude, the C8 is
groundbreaking.
You're having double clutch transmission. You're having, you know, dry sump lubrication, push rod V8, like high technology. You know, they revamped that motor. It's proven. They have a whole brand new chassis, new braking system, first time mid-engine. They revised the Magnaride suspension.
like the car.
Is a supercar.
The C7 is like,
Yeah, it's an awesome sports car, but like Lamborghini, Ferrari, it's just the whole next level. Now with the C8, this is that level. It's not like, you know, close to a supercar. It is. Like, it is close to equivalent to a 570S McLaren. Like, that is the base model Corvette, if you can believe it.
I don't think anybody believes it. Toby, do you believe that?
No, nobody believes it.
What do you think? I think he just wants me to keep on rubbing his ear. Back to the ear rubbing.
but you can have the GT 500 in 4 seats. The Corvette, it's only a 2-seater. So it comes down to like, you know, what are you going to be able to drive more regularly?
Like, how much are you going to be able to use that during the year too?
It's true. You're looking like spring, summer, beginning of fall. So you still have good use out of it of all the seasons. But with the Corvette, you're only 2 seats, and being that you have 2 kids and a wife, like, you're not going to be able to take it everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to take it to work.
But that's
and
the same
back.
with like a lot of the souped up cars. It's the same, aren't they?
Yeah,
Most
so
of
it's
them are
like-
like 2-seaters.
Yeah.
Well, like
it's-
the Lambo that you sat in, that was
Yeah.
also a 2-seater, right?
So this is the kind of the dilemma. It's like, okay, you have a family and 2 kids.
I think that
Yeah,
it's
you
going to
don't-
be. I think it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have a car for different purposes,
Yeah.
personally, but then it has to check more of the boxes for you,
It's a
personally.
C8 then, you know, for sure, because that's like a no compromise car for a person that wants like a performance vehicle. It's
There
just
you go.
it strikes. It's such an
Emotional.
thing. Like you have people on the internet that are like Mustang fans, and they're like,
I saw the car, and it just like it struck a chord with.
I never knew this was gonna happen.
Just shook a lot of people to
It-
the core.
it did. It rocked everyone's world. Like Thursday night, 11 p.m., everyone saw it and they're like, oh my God, this thing's friggin' unbelievable. It's a Chevy, for Christ's sake. It's amazing. For like half the price.
I'm just going to interrupt this because I just noticed how amazing your background looks.
Oh, that's awesome.
See? Like right behind me.
The banana plant, it is so cool, isn't it?
Between that and Toby,
You have 2 favorite things. You have the plant and the dog.
yeah, that's all you need. So if you want to make an awesome video, just put in Lotzi and put in a plant and you're good to go. Okay, that's all we have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye!